Just waiting on my other live to start here. Hello, Aunt Louise. Hello, Michael. How are you? Sure what this mark is here. The live is not showing. Give me just a minute. Try that again. Hey, my Air Force buddy. Swan. No. Burley, also formerly known as Swan. Hey, girl. I'm trying to wait for my other live to start. For some reason, it's hung. But if it doesn't, we'll just start here. This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda, Jackson Dean, and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slaying author, says, I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best versions of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know moments with a twist. I'm your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. Thank you to everyone for joining, and please, 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 please like and share, 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 share, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share, as well as be interactive and participative. Disclaimer, because I said I was going back to repeating it every time. My disclaimer is, if anything should happen out of the ordinary, like my computer fall off the table, I fall off the chair, whatever, we just gonna keep rolling right on through this bad boy like nothing ever happened, okay? Hey, Louis Dale, how are you? Okay, so just so you know, 2 weeks ago, we began a 3-part series on the pain of. So the first week we started with the pain of being led by your emotions. The second week we went into the pain of rejection. You said keep moving? That's right. The pain of rejection. And while we want everyone to get settled online, I want to do a recap on the pain of leading with emotions and rejections. So the pain of being led by your emotions. Emotions are big drivers in our emotions and in our motion. So let me say that again. Hey, Reginald. Emotions are big drivers in our motion. Emotions, how we feel, are drivers in our emotions, And it can lead to our downfall. Emotions affect us psychologically and physically. So that's mentally as well as your body, okay? Just so you know. Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slaying author, says, in most cases, our emotions dictate our motions. What I mean by this is your thoughts and your feelings would eventually lead to the decisions that you make. So things that you end up doing are counteractive of the way that you feel, of the thoughts that you had. As for rejection, I say unto you that every rejection, hey Travis, every rejection is not bad. Sometimes a rejection is a redirection to something better. I know all of us have been rejected on some kind of way, or some things, or by some people, or whatever. It's not always bad. Sometimes you dodging a bullet, whether you know it or not. Sometimes rejection forces you to see what you can accomplish on your own, and in some cases, what you can do better by yourself. Hey Anita, hey Val, Dr. Val Williams, how you doing? The people who are supposed to be with you will come along. Just keep working on yourself. So, the name of this week's series is The Pain of Denying Yourself. Deactivating the you-ness in you to activate the greatness in you. On the Just So You Know Moments with a Twist, we aim to detect and correct. Detect and correct. So let's get started. Still having some issues with this. You know what? Let me try my let's see what's going on here with this, with my Wi-Fi. Hold up just a minute. Hate to break it in the middle of this, but my Wi-Fi is acting pretty crazy right now. So we got that. So now let's go back here and try to start this over. Okay, now back to what I was saying. Tonight we're going to begin the discussion on the pain of denying yourself. June is National Safety and Children's Awareness Month. Today is Juneteenth, June 19th, Juneteenth. Everyone right now should know this big, well-known historical fact, Black history fact. On today in 1865, the Union soldiers, led by Major General Gordon Granger, landed in Galveston, Texas, with the news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were now free. This news came 2.5 years after. 2.5 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which had become official January the 1st, 1863. So we as Black people did not receive the news till 2.5 years later, June 19, 1865. So on that note, be careful of people that attempt to keep you inbound and oppressed for their benefit and their convenience. So, on to our topic for tonight. Hey Jody, we all have a purpose. We are all here because God has placed something in us to provide to the world. We are here with something inside of us that's needed by someone else or some situation. And you are obligated to deliver whatever it is that's inside of you. What's inside of you is innate and is inherent. And what that means is, and I know some of y'all are tired of me saying this, but regardless of whether you're tired or not, it's still true. What's yours is yours. Just simple as that. What's yours is yours. What's inside of you belongs to you. And only you. And no one else can have what's yours. They may do what you do. They may say what you say. But what's inside of you makes how you do it and how you say it so special that it cannot be duplicated in the same form or fashion. This is why when you hear me say, just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer, says, often imitated, but not duplicated. And I mean just that. In my Nene Leakes voice, I said what I said. Y'all remember that? That was funny, huh? Everyone is a created gift. And you owe the world the opportunity to see what your gift is. Whatever you are destined to be is inside of you. It's been inside of you. It's inside of you right now. All of our gifts have value because God does not make junk. It's just when we decide to do other things out of the will of God is how we get the junk. Out of the will of the gift that he has blessed us with. That's how you mess around and get the junk. But God don't create junk, okay? Purpose determines and produces your gift. Now that we know the result, we are all purposed and we all have a gift inside of us. Let's talk about how we are going to get through what actually is the result. So, we understand that we all have a gift. We all understand that everything that we need is inside of us. We were born with it. It's inherited. It's innate. And no one can take what it is that's ours, okay? We understand that, but that's the result. So now what we need to talk about is what we need to do in order to get to the result, since we know what that is. I want you to think about this. What exactly is your gift? Hey, Aunt Reva. Hey, Sonia. I don't want to generalize this about everybody, but I want you to say a lot of us, several of us, even many of us are in the current state of thinking, is this it? Have you ever just sit back and just reflected over your life and said, is this it? Is this all that life has to offer me? How many of y'all are thinking that? Go ahead and chime in and let me know what your thoughts are. But I'm sure that we've all have had those times. Hey, Edward Gray, we've had those times where we weren't so sure of ourselves and we really didn't feel like things were going in the direction that we thought they were going. We're not where we think we ought to be. And so we just stop and we start to think, is this it? Is this what I'm living for? Is this all that my life is going to entail? Somebody tell me, have you ever thought that way? Don't leave me out here by myself. Don't make me feel like I'm the only one who's ever felt like this, because I know I'm not. And I also want you to tell yourself, there has to be more. So, if you're in that state right now where you're feeling like, is this it? Dr. Jackson Dean is here to tell you there is more. Then I challenge you to go get it. So you say, what is it? Go get what? Hey, Trisha. Go get what? Go get it. Go get your gift. Your gift that's in you. That's what I want you to do. There are a lot of things that may find you, but greatness is not going to be one of them. You have to go out and find greatness. You have to go out and achieve greatness. Hey, Eric. If you're faced with fears, that means that you're pointed in the right direction on your journey. Because to be great doesn't come with ease. It comes with sweat equity. And with the challenge that I asked you, I want to challenge you to go out and do that. I want to read something from my book here, Level Up Through Mindfulness by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. What do you see when you visualize yourself? Give yourself an honest evaluation. Look into your eyes. What do you see when you look into your eyes? How do you feel when you look into your own eyes? Now tell me this. How's your breathing? Did it increase? Did it decrease, or did it remain the same? Now tell me, what would you like to say to yourself? Believers not to be slaves to fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." Psalms 56:3-4 says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you, in God, whose word I praise. In God I trust. I shall not be afraid. What can flesh do to me?" I'm here to tell you that yes, there is more for your life. I'm here to inspire you to move past your state of uniqueness, to deactivate the old limiting thoughts of lack. So, what's lack? A lot of lack is disbelief in yourself. A lot of lack is lack of confidence, a lack of belief in your gift, lack of belief in your skills. That's what lack is. Of course, it goes into a much broader definition, but those are just examples of here. Miss Reva Hancock Wiley said, "Yes, I found out that I was doing what I thought I wanted to do, and it wasn't until I tapped into my gift that I become happy and flourish." Now see, you don't jump all ahead, but I appreciate you though. I appreciate every word that you're saying because it's true. It's true. I completely understand what you're saying. And I'm going to move a little further with that in my topic tonight. Absolutely. So, my purpose today is to empower you to activate your greatness. Are you satisfied with the trajectory of your life? Are you not currently satisfied with your life trajectory? Are there some areas that you would like to improve? Anyone? Thank you, Auntie. Start by asking yourself, where am I? What is my current state of being? What is my current state of mind? Because when I say state of being and state of mind, that's physical and psychological right there. Hey, Renita White. Because you need to know what your thoughts are in order for you to move forward. In order for you to press forward, you got to be in control of your thoughts, or at least be aware of your thoughts. Where do you want to go in life? Or what do you want to do with your life? The most important question, realistically, we're being realistic here. We're not just jumping off the bridge somewhere with some crazy thoughts. Being realistic, the most important question is, what would it take to change your life for the better? Tarsha said, "I thought I was making it until God started shaking my tree." Job. That I realized I'm not happy in my job, so I'm now going to pursue my calling. Praise God. Good job. Good job. Hey, Renita, how are you? Good job. That's my Air Force buddy, roommate. And I'm so proud of you for stepping out on faith and going with your calling. Now, back to this realistic question I'm asking. What exactly would it take for you to change your life? Somebody answer that question for me. And I already know that we all want the winning numbers to the Mega Lotto, Mega Million Lotto. That would be a life-changing event. We already know that. So, but I want you to be realistic about things right there in front of you. Because we already know what is a half a chance and how many millions for a person to get, even though we've seen people win it. But it hasn't been me. Oh my goodness. And so I've talked to rich people and they've said, money can't buy you happiness. And my response to them is, let me see for myself. And I've also talked to poor people and they said, money does not make you happy. And my response to that is, just how happy are you being broke? That's what I would like to know. And I'm dwelling on I'm dwelling on happiness right now because I want you to get into your spirit that happiness is fleeting. Hey, Quentin. I coach my clients to find joy opposed to happiness. So let me say that again. When I coach my clients, I coach them to find joy opposed to happiness. I coach them to find joy because it will sustain you through happiness of life, through any happenings of life, anything that is thrown your way. Joy will sustain you through that. With joy, you can be or sad and still joy. You can only be happy or sad. You're going to be happy or sad during the current situation or the current happening. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying. The difference between being happy and having joy. When you have joy, it sustains you through your happy times, through your sad times. So you say, oh, well, I just rather be happy. I just want to be happy. I hear people say that all the time. I just want to be happy. Happiness depends on what's happening. So if something sad comes along or something that causes you to worry, guess what? You're no longer happy. Now you're in a state of worriness. Now you're in a state of sadness. But if you have joy on the inside, you can go through it all. You can go through it all and still remain joyful. Right? We all have a will to do. And we're going to exercise a certain amount of conscious control of our thoughts. But we have to learn where our impulses and thoughts derive from. To shorten this lesson, because I can go all day on where thoughts and impulses come from. Hey, Lane, I will give you the theory behind impulses and thoughts. Your impulses and thoughts are developed by how you spend your time. What you entertain on a daily basis will become a commitment to your life. Look like I froze up there. Did I freeze up, y'all? Let me know. Believe it or not, you can think about something or entertain something for so long that it becomes a part of you. Uh-oh. Jeez. Did it come back on? I believe I lost you. Let's see what's happening here. It still says I'm recording, but it looks like it's buffering here. Can somebody let me know? Wow. But anyway, I'm just, like I said, if we have issues, we just gonna keep rolling on like we're not having them. So, as I was saying, with impulses and thoughts, we need to find out where these thoughts and impulses are derived from. They come from somewhere. So let me give you an example here. Have you ever driven home and not really realized how you got there? This is because you have committed to the directions and the turns to make it home. You can drive down the road to your house, make all the turns, directions towards your destination, but you're responding subconsciously. That's what happens when you say, oh, I made it home some kind of way. I don't know how I made it home, but I'm here. And then we say, thank God. Because we always got to give it up for the man. We got to give it up for the man and tell him, hey, thank God that I made it home, but I don't know how I made it home. Those are subconscious responses. And the same thing happens in life because it's called a routine. That's where the routines come from. So the way to pull yourself out of routine and deactivate your you-ness, to consider, what you need to do is consider what captivates you, what gets your attention, and what stirs your gift. Then you got to figure out, why does this thing captivate you so much? Why is it trying to hold your attention or grasp your attention in such a way? What is it about it? The normal reason for this is because something is pulling from the inside of you to this thing. Let's see here. I think we're coming back. I see it moving around. And this is a calling. This is a calling to you. And you're being called by what you are compelled by, as well as what you are captivated by. This is what moves you beyond you. You get what I'm saying? This is what moves you beyond you. It moves you into your greatness. And when you get to this point, you have to stop and be aware